I mean, if they're gonna shoot me down, that will end my misery.
This former Iglesia Ni Cristo district officer in Concord, California says he is no longer afraid of speaking against the powerful and influential Philippine-based church.
I'm only concerned about my family. That's the only thing. I've been already begging them.
Gino Maninga says he spent his whole life serving the INC. His mother was close to Eraño Manalo, but he says he can no longer take the way the church is being run. Little did he know, his critical stance would pave the way for his expulsion from the INC.
With my family, all of us are choir members, been expelled just because of that mistake. They call it a mistake. They're sensitive about those comments about them, but they're not sensitive about our sacrifices all our lives.
He says June of this year he was interrogated for 3.5 hours by some officials of the INC. He was allegedly made to admit making critical remarks against the church. His private online messages were allegedly used against him. He believes he was a victim of hacking. He claims he was also being forced to sign a waiver. He says he could not remember the contents of the document because he was too afraid. He refused to sign it. Maninga says he may have been expelled from the INC, but believes in his heart that he is still a member. He continues his livelihood as a multi-level marketer and businessman. Among those he finds objectionable in the INC is the allegedly lavish lifestyle of some of its ministers. While some communities, like the one in Concord, California, he says, still do not have their own churches despite donations from members.
Witnessing this corruption that's going on, there's the real behind stories about that. The funds are being used somewhere else.
One of the controversial properties bought by the INC in the U.S. is this land in South Dakota, earlier reported by ABS-CBN North America in 2011. It's been described a ghost town, but was bought for almost $800,000 or more than 30 million pesos.
There is a hidden agenda there. What I heard is that being a Midwest state like Texas are filled with oil, natural resources. Actually, some properties are already sold or being rented for natural exploration for oil.
Circulating online is an appeal from another INC member in California. The message says the INC is no longer serving as spiritual leaders, but as gangsters. This member called on others to come out and air their grievances against the church. The news team went to the INC's church in Burlingame, California to seek for comments from officials and members. One member told us none of them can comment unless there is clearance from the central office in Manila. But he says their faith is not affected by the ongoing controversy hounding the INC in the Philippines. Paul Henson, ABS-CBN News, California.